We're going to solve our system of two inequalities, and the way we represent our solution is on a graph. So we want to graph each of these inequalities to start with. First, we need to get them set up to graph. So looking at that first equation, we want to change it into an equals 1/2 x plus 3 and graph that equation. This has a y-intercept of 0, 3, and a slope of 1/2, so we go up 1 and to the right 2. And if we look back, this is a strictly less than, so this should be a dashed line as we draw it in. Then we need to figure out which side to shade. So we're going to pick a test point. I'm going to pick 0, 0 as my test point. And we plug it back into the inequality. So 0 is less than 1/2 times 0 plus 3. So 0 is less than 1/2 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is 3. And what we end up with there is a true statement. So we shade the side of the line with the point. So in this case, that is the below area. Then we want to do that same thing, only with the other inequality. So we need to look at x minus 2y equals 4 to graph. We need to solve that one for y, so I'm going to subtract x. Negative 2y equals negative x plus 4. And then we're going to divide both sides by negative 2. So y is equal to, and we divide each part by negative 2. So 1/2 x, the negatives cancel out. And then minus 2, 4 divided by 2 is 2. And we're going to graph this line. So this has an intercept of 0, negative 2, and a slope of 1/2. So we go up 1 and to the right 2. And this is going to be a solid line. So we draw a solid line through there. Sorry, it's not a very straight line. You can pretend it's straight. And again, we need to pick a test point. Again, any point that is not directly on that line will work just fine. So we can pick the same point as before, that middle origin of 0, 0. And making sure we plug this back to the inequality and not the equation. So 0 minus 2 times 0 is less than or equal to 4. So 0 is less than or equal to 4, which is a true statement. So we're going to shade the solid line with the blue point, which is above in this case. And so our answer is where these two overlap. And so that middle area is where these two overlap. So the black shading is our final solution. And there we go.